Where's everybody at? Oh my gosh, Kent, what is this, Christmas? Holy smokes, what do you got in here?
Man, this is just the first of many orders.
Wow.
It's crazy in here.
Look at that. What are these, boxes of cheese?
No, the inventory is changing every day. Did you just run into the box?
I just ran into a box. Look at all this stuff. So like it's all for sale, right?
It's going to be all for sale.
Okay,
We're trying to get it up as fast as we can.
And we got a special guest here too, Black Friday?
Nice.
Yes. Excellent.
Yep.
All right. All right, let's go into the show. Come on, Ian. You nervous? No, never. Okay, you see this place? This place here. It's the Cain Pole, the place you should be getting all of your bait and tackle. The latest in fishing technology, lures, reels, rods, line, and of course, bait, crickets, shiners, goldfish, frozen bait, and worms of all kinds. Too much to mention it all. Check out the Cain Pole on Facebook, or come on by and let us show you how to catch more fish, because catching fish is fun. The Cain Pole in Southern Hills Plaza, Richmond, KY.
5, 4, 3, 2.
Oh, there he is. There he is. That's what I'm talking about. Kiss it. There you go. See, nice. Nice. Monster. Look at that bad boy. Look at that tough one. Look at that. Yes, look at that. Nice. Look at that. It's another show. Welcome to the Cain Pole Fishing Show. The Cain Pole Fishing Show is brought to you by Lewis Veterinary, Downtown Clinic, Purdy's Coffee, Big Hill and Downtown, and the Paddy Wagon, Irish Pub. Enjoy the show.
Stop! Don't touch me! Talk!
Hey guys, this is the Cain Pole Fishing Show with Ian Hurd and
Kent Lewis!
this is Kent Lewis.
It's cold!
Are you sure it's Kent?
This is the way it's like when talking to you on the boat when we're riding.
Well, yeah, when it's 27 degrees and white capping.
It was not 27. I was driving the boat and you and my son were sitting here dressed like this. Freezing at 40.
Okay. It was actually 36 degrees and it was wind blowing hot and we were running 72 miles per hour down Green River Lake. And you have a console with a big 97-inch graph in front of you, and I have nothing. So
The only thing better is that if I had earmuffs where I could not hear you right now.
What?
Did you say something?
What?
Hey! Welcome to the Cain Pole Fishing Show!
Yeah!
Woo! Man, what a week.
Looks like you went skiing.
Dude, I did go skiing.
Hey, I like that jacket, man.
It is, thanks, man. These are the brand new Cain Pole fishing jackets.
Oh, really?
Yes, and we got a few of them left.
Yeah.
So if you like the Cain Pole, man, listen, they're lined inside, secret little pocket here to stash your favorite bait. Favorite worms?
You got any drop shot worms in there?
I don't drop shot. I don't like drop shotting. Anyway, so I hope everyone has had a great week, a safe week. It's been a little crazy, right? I'm going to take this off and stash it right up under the desk.
Yep.
Just like that. And so I really, man, what a crazy day. Anyway, let me get all this stuff off. Hey,
I like your hair, man.
Thanks, man. I appreciate you. Like that? I'm going to go a little wild today. No hat, nothing. How about that?
I love the
Just like that, okay? Hey,
look like
speaking of the chop, look, no shave, November.
I got
Listen, I'm just going to tell you, I cannot grow any hair right here. So I have to do this. If I talk, I try to grow this. I can't do it. I can't, dude. I can grow here. And this is like 2 weeks. It's bad. I can't do it. I just can't do it.
Hey, quick question.
What?
Did you like take a fork and stick it in the electrical outlet?
Yeah, I did. Thanks. This is, yep, that's the way it is. Okay? You can't say a word, long hair there.
Hey,
Anyway.
your microphone cable. Hey, throw it over your shoulders.
All right, hey guys, welcome to the Cain Pole Fishing Show. Just a little joking around. Certainly it's been a crazy couple of weeks.
Yeah.
I can tell you this, here locally, besides all the fishing, which we'll get to in a second. We have a plethora. All of our orders from shows, especially Pittman Creek, has started arriving in, which we're super excited about, but that also means inventory. That also means getting all of our back tags. And we have, I think I counted, I don't know, a neighborhood of 80 plus boxes in there. Then we've gone through a lot of them, but it takes time to get through and put a lot of inventory up. So we're super excited. So come on in. We've got tons of new stuff, new colors, new baits. Some's transitioning out, some transitioning in. We are actually in the process. I spent last night. Actually, you know what I did last night, Ian?
What'd you do, man?
Listen, all these fixtures that we've got going in here, I know that you all think that I'm just like, hey, this like owner. I don't know why my phone is ringing.
Oh, look who's.
But anyway, it's one of my employees.
I think you should answer it.
We're not gonna. Ooh, you want to answer it on the show? Okay, look, we'll see what he. Oh, I declined it. I'm sorry. Anyway, too late. Sorry.
Oops.
Anyway, we should have answered it though. You're right. Any Twix, as Teddy Grigsby from BC Lures says, that's his key term. Right? He goes, any Twix. This is how it is. So last night, I left the store and I built almost 4 brand new fixtures to put in our shop because we need the space. We've got so much new product.
Yeah, man.
I mean, think about this. If Zoom would stop, I mean, okay, we've got the baby brush hog. We've got the mid-size brush hog. We've got the regular brush hog. We have the super hog.
What else? Anything? Any more hogs?
What new hog are they going to come out with? Don't say the game hog. That's the wrong brand. So, what's the next one?
The wild
Magnum hog. They like to use the word magnum. Right? Like big, like Magnum
big
finesse.
Piece, yeah.
Right? So they could be the big Magnum hog. Right? But like I
said wild hog. I said the wild hog. I like it.
But that'd be good. That'd be a great color. Right? Is that a color or a model?
Yes.
I love that movie, Wild Hog.
Ask the question again.
Is wild hog a color or a model?
Yes.
It's a model.
That makes no sense.
Yes.
Yes to both?
Yes.
Anyway. that is you're goofy. So, by the way, nice hat. We'll get to that in a minute. So,
sponsor me.
Hey, listen, it has been. I don't even know what to say with that. Okay, you've completely derailed my train of thought on this nice show we're trying to do here.
I think you did that derailed train.
Derailed train. Did you like that?
I did.
Thank you. Did that on my own.
Did you come up with that?
Quick.
Wow.
Quick. Off the cuff, baby.
Anyway,
so back to the other night. Built some new fixtures. Gonna put those in. We've got all kinds of stuff. There's a ton of boxes here. We're super excited about it. We're replacing a lot, and we're also getting a bunch of new colors and new items in. So please come check it out. And we're gonna have it all up by Black Friday.
Nice.
Which is next week. So get ready.
Wow.
We better start hanging. Like, we got to go.
Well, we got to work now.
We calling the show. We got to go.
I'm telling you, it's going to be a lot. But, hey, one thing you should know is that I think, Randy, at the bottom of the screen, are we scrolling some dates?
No. You want me to roll the crawl now?
Well, we can. So in the show, you'll start seeing some dates roll across the bottom. What we've done is taking some tournaments that are coming up soon. For example, we have this Saturday, we have the Cedar Creek Classic, which is going out of Halcom's Landing. Then you have, which I believe is a two-day tournament?
Classic. Yep.
Saturday and Sunday. So this is not necessarily, let me pause here for a second. This is not necessarily to say you should go fish these or not fish these, or if you qualified. I'm kind of giving you this information. If you're going to go, it's supposed to be a nice day, Friday, Saturday, Sunday.
Beautiful.
If you're wanting to go fishing, you should know there's some tournaments going on. So Halcom's Landing, Cedar Creek Classic on Saturday.
Yep.
Connolly Bottom has the South Central going on Saturday and Sunday.
Yep.
And then Garrett County High School Invitational is going out of Burnside. However, it was going out of Halcom's Landing. It has been moved to Burnside because of the Cedar Creek Classic. Also, just to be aware, due to the restrictions that happened today and what the percentage of COVID numbers going on in Garrett County and others. We're not sure if that tournament is going to be on. So stay tuned. We will post on Facebook. We will post as much as we can on how that tournament is going to be or if it's going to happen. Hopefully we'll know sooner or later. I'm talking to Tony every day trying to figure that out. So certainly be aware that tournament's still in potential limbo. It's going. But right now there's quite a few boats. I think 50 plus signed up for that tournament. So we're excited about that Garrett County. And by the way, that is a high school tournament where the captain can fish as well, captain spot in that tourney.
Stick jacket says save some pigs.
Hey, they're here today.
Stick jackets.
We have plenty of pegs for stick jackets. We're waiting on our new color coming. The pink snoozy, I think it's called.
Was it Snoozy?
The pink snoozy.
I think it was Snoozy.
The pink snoozy is coming from the stick jacket.
It's
Okay.
a beautiful color.
I mean,
We
it's great.
have-
In fact, hey, watch this. Right up underneath
Under the desk, pull it
Here
out.
we go.
Wham!
There it is.
I don't
we
know
got
why
it.
I'm- I
This
don't-
is the new stick jacket color coming soon.
I don't know what I'm doing.
Shipping
here.
soon.
Showing it off.
What are you doing?
I'm trying to
To
show
the
it
cane
off.
pole. Anyway, there it is. There you go. So, all right. Anyway,
Back under the
back
desk.
tournaments next weekend. So that's this weekend. The following weekend we have the Thanksgiving Buddy Tournament going on.
Yep.
Going out of Conley Bottom. You must have a teammate, and that's also 6 fish. You must have 2 in a boat. So make sure you come and fish that. It's going to be a great turnout. And then the following weekend, which is, I'm blanking on what I had listed for the following weekend. I know December 12th is the USA. Oh, the following weekend is the Kentucky Bass Nation Cardinal Series Tournament on Laurel.
Yep.
So don't forget about that. That is the final
December 5th.
it is the final of the Kentucky Bass Nation Series
Card series, yep.
series for them. And then the following weekend on the 12th is the tournament for the USA Cares Tournament with Anglers Outpost out of Halcomb's again.
Yes.
And then that wraps up my year tournament fishing for sure, as I send my
See you, bye.
Triton back
Purple Pony,
to the manufacturer to get some work done.
peace out.
Oh my gosh,
What's-
it's the purple pony.
Bum,
What?
bum,
It's a
bum,
Barney
bum.
boat. What are you doing?
That's the.
You are lost your mind. We have some guests in here today. I can't wait for them to come over here and be
They're
part of the
back there
show.
losing it.
And they are back there losing it right now. They don't
Are they
know
going
what
to
to
climb
think.
out of the ceiling tiles?
I don't know
like
where
the
they're going to
Purdy's
come.
girls?
They might. Who knows? Hey, also some other news. December 4th, Friday, December 4th, the night before we go to Laurel,
And go.
what do we have?
Oh,
Do you remember?
no, sir.
Oh, come on.
I know what's the day before
What is
that.
December 4th, the night of? What is the night?
The night after my birthday.
The Reverse Christmas Parade in Madison County.
Yes.
So, did you put a fish over my head?
No. I showed the audience.
Oh, can,
Okay,
we,
good.
can we talk about what December 3rd is?
Yeah, what's December 3rd?
You forgot your son's birthday.
That's your birthday, December 3rd?
Send all the gifts to our P.O. box. What's our
We don't have a P.O. box. Ian. There's no P.O. box.
What's at
Ian.
940?
Ian, how long have you worked here?
We do have a P.O. box out front, sort of, semi.
That is a mailbox. Okay, a P.O. box, you have to go somewhere like a bank, post office, CPO. Lord have mercy.
This is a post
I
office.
can't help them. I can't help them anymore. I really can't. I've tried. Okay, so anyway, so are you good now? Wow, the post office.
Don't forget, send
Wow,
our gifts.
P.O. box. 964 Commercial Drive.
Yes,
Do you know it's Richmond, Kentucky? Did you know that?
Stick
What's our
jacket.
zip code?
4475.
Congratulations, you got that right.
Media.
Right next to our TV. Well, it's not right next. The TV studio's in the cane pole, right here, live.
Stick jacket,
So-
birthday present.
Anyway, lots of tournaments going on. Hey, have you fished at all? Did you fish recently?
I fished last Friday.
Yeah, how'd it go?
It was Lake Cumberland.
Yeah.
It's
well,
it's been really tough lately.
yeah.
I had 2 good keeper spots, just fun fishing, but it's been really tough.
Sponsor.
Oh, that's a
Sponsor.
good way to drink your coffee
Thanks.
Yeah, I mean, it's been recently Lake Cumberland, from everyone we've talked to, it's been not classic Lake Cumberland this time of year. But hopefully in the next couple of weeks it'll get colder and fish should start biting.
So here's what's interesting. I've heard so many stories about, hey, well, first off, fall fishing in Kentucky is difficult.
Yes,
we know that.
always.
Okay? But we've heard a lot of stories saying there's extra pressure this year because everybody's fishing. We've heard, hey, there's so many people on the lake. We've heard there's, the fish are tired. I mean, and they're seeing baits, the same baits, and I've heard all these different things. And so, but fish are being caught. It's just not easy. Hey, it's not, hey, I pulled up to a wall and I caught 15 fish in a row. Maybe they're small ones, but not, your big ones. You have to find. So here's what I'm going to say. I fished a recent tournament, the Anglers Outpost Open, NTBA, their kind of classic Skeeter Series tournament, Cumberland. And we went down there. Gary and I went down there. And he had pre-fished the week, that week. And we went out and we had a great time. But, man, it was foggy in the morning. And we went down late. We were super excited. We thought we were going to catch fish, and we didn't. And we come back, and we only had I only had one keeper that day, and we were still in
contention,
the top
really.
half of the field.
Yep.
I mean, if I went out the next day and caught 13 pounds, I would have made the top 10. That's how hard it was.
Yep.
And so it was super difficult catching fish, and I think that there is some that found those fish, and I think they interviewed. I'm not going to say anything that they're not saying, but I think they interviewed, and they found those fish in 35 foot, 40 foot of water. And so it makes me think we are fishing a 15 to 20 foot water column, and I think that was probably a mistake on our part. But you try to go somewhere where you think there's fish, and then we saw fish at 40 feet, and we were like, we're not going to fish 40 feet, right? Because I don't know a bunch of the brush piles are sitting 40 feet. That lake fishes so differently in the winter.
Absolutely.
And they're still pulling. It's dropping 3 inches almost every day. They are still pulling that
Pulling
lake.
the snot out of it.
All right. So,
Question.
yeah.
Does anyone know the ramp for the Laurel tournament?
It is
great.
to be announced, please. It's still.
I put TBD on our schedule.
Yeah.
Cindy'd like to know which one to avoid that day.
Yes. We will find out
Was it
and
Will?
post that. We'll find out. Doesn't matter. So we'll find out and post it. So that's a great question. I'm going to guess it'll. Man, it's going to be hard. I don't think it'll be Marsh Branch. Probably won't be Holly Bay.
It won't, no.
It could be Holly Bay versus the Grove. So I just don't know yet.
Matt
So.
Smith says, tell Kent to give us the winning weight and lure of choice for the buddy tournament.
For the what?
The buddy tournament.
The winning
Weight
weight
and lure of choice.
Is it 1 day?
1 day tournament, 6 fish.
Ooh.
6 fish. So let's think about that. Okay, so it's 2 weeks. The smallmouth are starting to bite. Could be
I've got my
smallmouth.
guess.
Could be. I'm going to guess that winning weight 1 day.
I've got my guess.
I'm going to guess 21.94.
Wow.
That's my guess, Matt.
I'm going to guess.
21.94.
Oh, and your bait.
Oh, and my bait.
I know mine. I'll go ahead and go.
Go ahead.
I'm going to guess 19.4 caught on a rock crawler.
Rock crawler.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. I could see that.
Yeah,
Cranking.
absolutely. Rock crawler and the A-rig. They're going to catch their kicker.
Whoa,
on the A-rig.
hey, you got how many baits can you choose? You said one?
Okay, how many baits do we have tied on?
It doesn't matter.
No.
You said one bait, right? You can't just start taking everybody else's baits, right? Hey, how about this? 21.94, and it's caught on every bait except for the A-rig and a rock crawler. How about that answer? I'll take the rest of the field.
Kenny
Go
Hart said
ahead.
19 pounds, 12 ounces.
See,
Kenny Harden.
Me and Kenny are out there in the same boat. man.
Kenny's
We're
pretty
setting the
sharp.
hook together.
That's fine. 6 fish though, buddy, not 5.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm
Okay.
just telling you. You throw a 5-pounder smallie in there, it's gonna up your game quick. 21.94. That's where I'm
See,
going.
but my guess is they're going to
Okay.
have 4.
What is on the line? Okay, what's Matt say? If he's gonna ask a question, what's old Matty Smith say?
4 smallies
Come on.
He doesn't
and
say.
2
Yeah, he's
spots.
not gonna say. Come on.
Oh, okay.
Come on, old Red Label.
4 smallies and 2 spots with a 4-3 kicker.
What's he? Come on. What's he want? I'm waiting on him. We'll see what he says. I'm curious on what his guess is. And winning bait.
Kenny Harden says jig swim bait.
Jig swim bait. See another two guy. Jig swim bait.
You can't catch them all.
A-rig rock crawler. Oh, but you can.
Oh, but you can't.
Okay, there, Ned Rig.
I have never caught a.
What?
I have never got
What?
a fish on a Ned Rig.
That is such a lie. Whatever.
All right,
Anyway.
there, drop shot.
Yeah, that's cool.
Shotty
That's my new
droppy?
name. That's right. Drop shot.
No, your new name's Shotty Droppy.
Kent Drop Shot Lewis. AKA, listen, speaking of the new Randall Cobb series, see? You got,
What do you?
I
there's
just said
nothing there.
Randall Cobb.
You said
Did I?
Randall Cobb
I
series?
said the UK football player. You know why? Here's it. Listen.
Green Bay Packers, baby.
Here's what's funny about that. So Ark has Randall Tharp
Yep.
and Brandon Cobb, and I always say Randall Cobb. I cannot get out of it. I've tried. So you got the Randall Tharp series and the Brandon Cobb.
You need more coffee.
Okay, thanks.
Just take your drink.
I am going to tag him in this show and say Randall.
We need some help here,
I can be
buddy.
a spokesperson
Sorry.
for
Okay.
Cain players. They got
Okay.
a special rod for
Fair
you.
enough. Anyway, the Brandon Cobb series rods has it called the Fairy Wand. Yep, it is. That's right. So,
like that. You
hey,
like my sound
speaking
effect?
of some rods and boxes and all this new stuff, if there's any questions on tournaments, please post. I'll try to find out for you and repost those as well. So just
Matt Smith says 21-4 all brown fish cranky.
Hey, I like where you're going with the little cranking bait pattern. Man.
21-4 though. See, he's up in my camp. That's up in the Kent camp.
That's 2-2 right there. We got 2 19s
all
and
right.
2 20s.
all right.
Wayne Roberts says jitterbug 17.67.
Wow, the jitterbug.
You know,
Yeah.
I would like to
I
change
love
my
it.
guess. Can I do that?
Oh, here we go.
No,
You already said
No,
it. You
yeah,
already
no.
took 2 baits.
It's gonna be on
Go
the
ahead and take a third.
chartreuse and black hula popper, Carolina rigged.
Oh my gosh. Not Carolina rigging a hula popper. Anyway, that is a good one.
Yeah,
that was good.
one.
Jitterbug,
Jitterbug.
17.7 pounds. I love it. All right, that's a good one.
We
Anyway,
can talk about that now.
let's talk about a few new things that are in the store and stuff that we've gotten in that we've been out of. So the first thing I want to say, for the guys that are fishing coming up for the series that still are needing in some oil, we got in, I'm not going to show it all, but we got our Mercury Premium Plus oil in. I've got synthetic blend for
you are going to show
for
it off.
Optimax, right?
set it
Man,
under the
listen,
desk there.
listen.
Hold it up now.
You need to understand. Yamalube, we got it in as well, and one of the hardest fine oils to find right now
Bum, bum, bum.
is the Evinrude XD100. So we've got all the oil in that you guys need.
Black
So
Friday sale.
if you do need, there is a Black Friday sale.
Yes, sir,
We
there
will
is.
be announcing Black Friday sales beginning of next week. We've got a few things that I'm waiting on to hit the store that I can't announce yet. So I'm making sure they come in
To be announced.
to be announced. Hey, what else did we get
that?
new in? No.
No.
We do have a giveaway tonight too, and I'll get to that in a minute.
Nice.
But a few things new that we are carrying. We are carrying the new Seagar Smackdown line. For those that are flipping, stealth gray braid is what we got here. 65-pound test. I believe we got it in 50, 65-pound, 80. But we are having the new Seagar Smackdown line.
Yep.
It's here as well. And then also, here's what's
I
really
wanna
cool.
try
I talked
that.
about this last week. So at the Pittman Creek Show, 2-time reigning golf scramble winner. Okay,
Wow.
I have to say. So
Where do you play? Where do you play?
we play. What is the name of the golf course right there, Pittman? Okay, it's called I Don't Know Golf Course
Yep.
by the Convention Center.
I don't go.
It is a really nice golf course, but here's the thing. So I played with Vicious, and we had a great time, and so I picked up their fluorocarbon because, I mean, it's really at a great price.
It really is, yeah.
And so we just got the Vicious fluorocarbon in as well, so come by and check it out. So we're carrying that this year. Like, we need more line.
We do, man.
That line wall
Empty.
is
None on it.
crazy. There's so much line on that
There it is.
wall.
It's wicked.
I mean, it is like the hardest thing for me to keep in. So, but Anyway, Vicious Line. Also, let's see, what else do we have under the table? Oh, yeah. These guys I met also at Pittman's show. I got to fish with them. And actually, what's funny is they're from California. They came in to fish. They got there early. They didn't land until like 11:30 at night. They're on the wrong time. Their phone died. And yeah, so they didn't make it to the fishing tournament in the morning. So, but that's okay.
They didn't make it?
No, they didn't make it. So, but we went and talked to these guys, and these are the new Sneaky Pete and Pistol Pete walking baits by, or
Glide baits.
sorry, glide baits. I don't know why I said walking bait.
Drink
Anyway,
some more coffee.
G-Rat baits out of California. So
They
we
look
got a couple
fantastic.
colors in. In fact, out of those boxes over there, we've got a few other colors as well.
Yeah.
I just haven't got to them yet. So I think you saw the boxes in the pre-show. So they're buried in one of those boxes somewhere. So certainly the new G-Rat Sneaky Pete and Pistol Pete
Yes, sir.
baits. All right,
Oh,
we'll
okay,
put those on the floor.
Did you
Yes.
ever get the spot sticker spinnerbaits in?
Yes.
Yes, we did.
They're in.
Yeah.
They've been in for about 2 weeks.
Yep.
If you're the one asking about the tilapia color, it is
Bobby
here.
Anderson.
It is here. Tilapia is here.
It is here. Yep.
Yep. They are hanging on the wall by the spinnerbaits.
Kenny Harden says, when is the open house?
The open house is February 5th and 6th, Super Bowl weekend, Friday, Saturday, next year. Also, we'll be at Corbin Arena
Yeah.
in January 9th and 10th. I think it's that
Yep.
weekend.
That'll be fun.
Right. And then we have another specific show we might be attending. We are not confirmed yet, so but hold
Hold on to your hat,
hold to
Terry.
your hats, as we might.
Hold your hat there that you should have worn.
You don't like my hair? Anyway. Guess what else we got in, Ian? So here's what's cool. So back in the day, way back in the day,
Take me in a
okay?
flashback
I'm gonna take
here.
you in a warp.
A warp,
okay?
time warp. There we go.
It used to be gear ratios, and I'm going to paraphrase here with 5, 6, 7. The gear ratios used to be 5, 6, and 7, okay? 5 was kind of your cranking, 7 your jig worm, 6 right in the middle, all around. You always wanted 6 to 4 to 1. That's what you wanted, right in the middle. A lot of times people would go, unless you were getting technique specific. Then all of a sudden, you know, as technology goes, right, we go to 6, 7, and 8. So now there's 6, 7, 8 gear ratio, and 7's kind of in the middle, 8 your jig worm, 6 is your cranking. And so, like, I still like to crank, have that 5, but, I think Lewis has a 5.5 that you can go to and things like that. So you got 6, 7, 8. Well, then, you got Abby Garcia, which came out of the Rockets, which you get the CX69, and then you got the 10s,
Yep.
which is really, that's pretty fast, man.
That's up
And,
there.
I mean, it's up there when you start burning buzz baits and stuff like that. And I can see maybe there's but that's really technique specific on that reel. They've not really gone much further than that.
No.
Okay, it's really stayed around the 6, 7, and 8 gear ratio. So, but Shimano just announced the brand new Corrado K, which is the Corrado PG. Okay, which is the new 5 to 0 to 1 gear ratio.
I love those grips.
And here's what's awesome about it. Look at the handle on this to get a 5. So it's not like a really small handle on a 5. You still got that really nice handle
Yeah.
that you got on the Corrado K, but it is a 5 gear ratio. So we're super stoked about having these reels in for those guys that really want to crank slow, that want to feel like you're reeling normally, not trying to take a XG, which is your 8, and trying to go like this. Which is awful. But if you're looking for a technique-specific reel that is in the 5 ratio, the new Corrado K 5 gear ratio is certainly something to take a look at. So we're excited to have
Yes, sir.
these in stock
Yes, sir.
as we go. Just an update on some reels. We are still waiting. We should have the Vanford 2000s in from Shimano soon. We also have the Lewis GX3 on the way here. I've got the Lewis Hypermag we just sold. We've got the new one coming in. We've got another one coming in this week, so we should have that in stock. And there's several. So, and then the DCs should be shipping pretty soon.
Hopefully.
So we've got a lot of stuff. It's just so up in the air, man.
Yeah.
Things come in every day. I get one rod or one package or one reel.
Kenny
Yes.
Harden said he thinks the Corbin show is January 15th through 16th.
That's it. Yep. It
Mark
is.
Southern says, look at your phone, Kent.
Hey, Mark Southern, guess what? I tried really hard to wear my brand new Bad Boy Jigs hoodie. The issue is because of this beautiful picture back here that we have, that you
What
see
is our
this.
background?
What is the background? Our lake. So we have this beautiful lake, which, by the way, I have a new picture for our background in 2 weeks. This is that I took on Cumberland, but this right here, it has to be a certain color green, and unfortunately, your green in your hoodie would have like transposed that lake onto my shirt, so I couldn't wear it.
Cool.
But he said, check my phone.
Yeah, look at your phone.
Okay.
Crank slow, Asa Adams said. Mark Southern says, him and Ian like slow. Laughy face.
Wow. Okay. Wow.
Wow.
What did he say? Who said that? What?
Mark said that.
Said
He
what?
likes
Him
slow.
and Ian like slow.
I need a hoodie.
Yeah. Well, thank you, Mark, for that text. You're funny. Okay. I'm not going to repeat what that says. I'll say the answer is it has been ordered. Okay. And you will see soon, my friend. Thank you. Anyway, anybody that wants D&L jigs or BC lures or anybody else,
Wow.
I'm just kidding, Mark. He knows that. They all know each other, okay? So I got to give Mark a hard time. He's great. He's been quarantined, by the way. So,
Mark has?
yeah. Well, the church, right? So anyway, I hope you're feeling better. I hope it's all good. Everybody's healthy. So anyway, Mark, love you to death.
Yeah.
Anyway, so, hey, one more thing that we got new in, a couple things. We got these brand new crappie sticks in from ACC Crappie Sticks. I've got several guys that come down here that fish on the crappie tour, and there's tournaments all winter. Their crappie season is really, really starting to ramp up now. And you think everybody fishes crappie in the summer. They do, but the tournament series kind of goes all winter. And so we stock full-blown crappie minnows here and everything for them and a lot of things. And one of the things that they had brought to my attention and asked me to carry was these new ACC crappie sticks from out of Illinois. And they hand make them. They're awesome. And so I've got a few here. How about this? You can take this one, Ian. This is the...
You give me the little one?
Well, I mean, you know, that makes sense. So, look, here it is. So you got the GS56 1P, right? So one piece. So this is a 5'6". This is a 5'6" one-piece rod that's full court grip, and I think it only runs what? None of these run over $79.99. I think this one runs
$59.99.
$59.99. How about this? So this is the 6'6" medium. They go all the way up to 11 to 12
I like that
feet.
one. I want
know
that one.
This one.
Yes.
So anyway, let me go over here. Look at this one.
No, that's
So,
the one I want. You
so
don't
this
get it.
is a two-piece rod, right? And this is the this is actually an 8-footer. We have 11. I didn't want to bring 11 to show, and so this is got the nice what they call a super grip. It's kind of like that wind grip feeling.
Yeah,
and they
that's
make this is a
nice.
mid seat. Do you know what the rear seat means?
Like in my truck?
Nope. Nope. Do you know what rear seat on the rod means?
I know what the butt of my rod is.
No, rear seat. You know what that means on crappie poles? Hey, I'm
Does
going
it-
to teach you
does
something.
it-
Are you ready?
Yeah.
Hey, so this is called a mid seat for crappie fishermen. So when they up here, they basically can put it a lot of times in there when they're trolling or they're spider rigging. But what happens is they sometimes want a rear seat, and so they have the real seat is actually sitting way back here. So we have a few rods back there where the real seat is sitting way in the back, right? So that they can hold it out,
Wow.
way out like this. Right? But if you actually flip the reel upside down, you can actually still put it in the rod holder. That's what some of the guys do as well. So there's some guys that like the rear seat versus the mid seat, but they make a few. So this is a two-piece, but it's got the wind grip. And once again, look, 11-foot rod, $71.99. I'm telling you, man, they're awesome. They do great warranty work. I've actually got spare tops if something happens and so forth. So
I wanna throw a Ned rig on
but
it.
they're really cool. They also make 5-foot kid rods, so we're super excited about that.
I want to
Cool.
throw,
Awesome.
a Ned rig on.
Hey, here's something else. Oh my gosh, I'm done stretch. I'm gonna fall off the desk.
You're getting old.
Okay. Anyway. All right. These are the kid caster rods. So we haven't carried these before. A lot of times we carry, I know a lot of kids want Spider-Man and Barbie and Frozen and
Which we have.
Paw Patrol, and we have Avengers and stuff like that, and we have all those. But here's a unique rod. This is Kids Casters, and Charlie Evans, as you know from Paw Patrol, the boat, and all that, he comes in, and this is what he brings in. So check this rod out, man. This is a solid. There's no Oz. Right? There's no Oz. The line comes all the way through the top, right? And comes through, and then you can hook your bait right here. And you just cannot backlash it. Like there's no you're gonna get your line all tangled up.
Could find a way to.
Listen, man. No, I cannot.
I need that then.
So you have your drag.
It's got stout
super
drag on it.
simple.
It's good.
It comes in teal and pink for if you like those colors, and then it's got camo and green if you like these colors. So depending on what you like, and then basically, yeah, man, it's a great rod. And then I wish they make adult ones. Then I could hit you with it when you talk too much on the boat. But no, I know you're not. That's okay. Hey, speaking of amusing, we played Xbox last night.
Correct.
We played NBA Jam, or NBA 2K, which one?
I don't know.
Anyway, it doesn't matter. And they come talking trash to the big dog, Kent Lewis. And what happens? You got your butt handed to you on the Xbox by me. And you didn't think it was going to happen.
I'm sorry, an old grown man can beat me in the Xbox
It's all right.
game.
No, but I love the fact that you talk smack and
I
say,
did not
come
talk
on,
a
Big
lick of
Kent.
smack.
Come on, Big Kent. It's
If
big
I-
smoke show.
If I played
That's
you
your
one-on-one,
words.
I would have smoked you.
That's your words all the time.
All day.
Smoke show.
Son,
Dog walked it.
Dog walking it now.
Anyway, listen.
Take this and give me this. Thank you.
Great new
This
rod
is
and
more
reel
my
for a
size.
kid. If you're looking for, instead of buying a certain, kid rod and reel that has the line and stuff like that, it's a great.
It's got everything with it.
Yeah, you can put new line on it. It comes with everything, like a practice casting plug and a float.
Can you set that
Stuff.
up? Just people just walk out with it.
People can set it up. We can set
Yeah,
it up
we'll set
here.
it up.
Put a hook. You can put it like a little kit. So it runs like $19.99. It's a great rod and reel. So super cool. And if you do want to line it, this actually pops up
Yep.
so that you can reline really easy, and then you just push it back.
Yeah, man.
And so it's super cool. Anyway, check out the new Kidcasters
Wicked.
for Christmas
Yeah.
or something like that if you're interested. Wow, Ian, I don't have anything. Oh, we got
On
a
the
little
contrary.
challenge, and then we're going to bring up our cool guests, and we're super. So we have this battle going on, and I'm
living strong by this right here.
So
Oh, wait a minute. We got an update.
yeah,
Someone posted that the Fall Classic has been canceled until further notice.
Garrett County,
No, that would be the Cedar Creek Fall Classic.
the Cedar Creek Fall Classic.
Oh, it's by Tony Miracle.
Oh, that's the Garrett
That is
County.
the
So.
Okay, so
Garrett County High School Tournament on Cumberland this Saturday. It was going to go out of Burnside, has been canceled. Okay, so that high school tournament has been canceled until further notice.
Start crying.
So we'll post that on Facebook, and yeah, so we're done there. All right, so listen. All right, and we're going to talk about this with our guests today too. Okay, so they're going to be put on the spot. People that come in the shop, it's just like rods and reels and everything else. You ask the question, do I fish mono? Do I fish fluorocarbon? Do I fish braid? And we go to fluorocarbon and we start talking about, what kind of fluorocarbon do I buy? Or do I buy copolymer? Or is it really 100% fluorocarbon? Do I buy the $40, $50 tattoo line? Do I buy a P line? Do I buy a Seaguard? Do I buy a Sun line? Do I buy the soft fluoro? They're all in my same similar price range, but what's the advantage of it? Do I buy FluoroClear, which is your copolymer, which is a fluorocarbon coated line? But anyway, there's been all these tests, and so I'm curious on what people think, because I can tell you that I fish Sunline Sniper. I'm used to it. That's what I like. I fish 10 pound. I got guys that come in here that hate Sniper that want to fish in VizX. I got next guys that come in and they love Red Label. I don't like Red Label, but that doesn't mean anything. It doesn't mean it's a bad line. Okay? But what's interesting is that this is Sunline Sniper. So we had this contest today, which is pretty funny. Okay? And it's probably not going to work because I'm on camera. I've done it 20 times. But anyway, you brought 20.
That's what you had, wasn't it?
No. So, goofy pants. So, anyway, gosh.
That is 20 pounds,
No,
honey.
17 is what I've been testing on. That's why.
No, when we did it in the shop today, it was 20.
Oh, well, okay. Well, then I'll try 20. How about it? I've never done it 20, so this will be first time. Anyway,
Undefeated.
so
never
here's the
lost.
question. We know that when you set the hook on a fish, is the fish, please don't ever do that. I can't unsee that. So, if the fish is not pulling the same as me, right?
No.
It's not. Okay.
Look at them big muscles there.
Anyway, so it's not pulling the same as me. This is the goofiest show we've ever done. Anyway, so it's not the same as here. But you say you can't break that.
No.
And it's 20
And
pounds
you say you
K9.
can. And
Give me that.
Here, I got another one cut off for you. Grab it right there.
Okay. Oh my gosh, I'm gonna fall. So this is what? 20-pound K9.
20 pounds.
Well, hit your head on that desk.
Bam! Anyway,
Wham, wham.
all right.
We might end up fighting if
Dude,
I don't like what you say about my
Hey,
line
listen.
here.
I've never tried to break 20-pound K9. So this is 20-pound K9, right?
Correct.
And I can break it just like that.
Yep.
Okay?
Hand me that foot.
But here's what I'm saying. Right?
That was definitely over 20
And I'm
pounds.
not saying that
Forward.
it's bad line. I can do this to a bunch of different lines, okay? So I'm trying to understand what is how do I test line? How do I tell people, you know, I like sniper and I don't break off, but then you got tactical P-line, and then you got Seagar and VizX Seagar Red Label, and then you got P-line soft fluorocarbon, so forth, and so, go ahead.
I can get untwisted here. Do it the right way.
But you know, when you break it, we're pulling complete opposite force both the same this
Yeah.
way, which isn't really going to happen.
No, it's slipped.
Oh!
It's
What happened?
It slipped.
Bam!
It slipped
That's what I
there.
thought. Okay, fine, you win. So,
Okay.
but it took you twice. Anyway,
It slipped out of my hand. Honey bun.
but is that a realistic test?
I don't think so.
And I want to know why you fish. I'll say this. I can explain why you would fish fluorocarbon, floats, the abrasion.
Yeah.
Right? It disperses across the line. You know, when you pull on it, the stretch, all that. I can talk about fluorocarbon as a whole. You know, it's clearer, doesn't stretch as much. Then, you know, when you set the hook, you got that right? And then you can talk about the power of braid and why you fish. I can do all that. But when it comes down to saying, okay, here's Sunline, here's VizX, and here's Seagar, Seagar and VizX, P-Line Tactical, and Sunline Sniper, I mean, is it mental? Is it like I'm used to fishing
100%
sniper,
it's
and then all of
mental.
a sudden I get a couple back? Because listen, it happens. You're going to get a bad spool on. It's part of the game. You get a bad spool on and then go, screw it, I'm switching lines. You're the king. You switched 17 lines this year. You told about
11.
Listen,
11.
Trilene fluorocarbon is my go-to, and then that left. And then you were like, well, I'm a P-line guy, and then that left. And then,
And then
like you went to
AbrazeX.
mono, and then you went to AbrazeX, and now you're at K9, which will be about another month, and then you'll switch to something else.
I fished sniper too. I fished it all.
But okay, so give me your why? Why do you switch? Because it started breaking, you want to switch?
Yes, no.
Do you think there's better line at 8 pound? Like, was
Yes.
AbrazeX better at 8 pound
Yeah,
than in
absolutely.
VizX? And then when you get to 15 pound? P-line?
So what I found.
I want some comments, by the way. All right? I want some comments.
So I've always cranked with
We're gonna
Red
talk more about this.
I've always cranked with Red Label 12 pound. That's always what I've cranked with. And this winter when I
Tim Keller
spooled,
says K9 breaks for me all the time.
I agree.
Adam says Sunline.
I don't break-
Assassin.
I don't
What?
break off
Okay,
much.
once again, Sunline Assassin, that's the blue box.
Yep.
Right, versus a sniper. And then somebody fishes Assassin back here. All right? What do you fish, Rick?
I fish a lot of different lines.
Attaboy.
Okay.
Give me some.
Ricky fishes 4-pound strand clear blue fluorescent on a Zepco 33 for all his bass fishing needs. Okay.
So it's good to skip because they don't backlash.
All right. Oh, he's skipping.
What?
That's right. Hey, a 404. He's a 404. He's got a 202,
No, I
a
got a-
404, and he skips with an 808.
Well, I was gonna
That's
say
what it
yeah,
is.
808 for
Isn't
got
that?
808
Yeah,
for
I was gonna say
flipping.
808's a little heavy
Yeah.
to skip. I believe.
Down to Florida.
Yep. Oh, you got fish with your Cabo PT on your drop shot rod.
Do you have like 90-pound braid on your 808 punching?
Big as I get in that little.
No, it's fluoro.
Hey, anyway,
100-pound fluoro.
Hey, our producer has no idea, but we're going to take questions. We're going to come back to this here in a little bit, but you know, hey, Ian, we got some amazing guests in today. You're
not kicking me off, are you?
I'm kicking you off. So we're going to break to a quick commercial, and then we're going to introduce them. But we're excited to have them in. From both of them are employees at Pittman Creek, and we're super excited to have them on. Both fish a lot. They actually placed decently well in the tournament down there. At,
better than you.
Definitely better than I did. Yeah, there's no doubt about that for sure. All right, that's okay. I'm okay with it. That's fine. Yeah. Anyway, hey, let's go to commercial right now. You're gone. You're off right now. Gone. Tell me when, so I can punch him. Now? Are you there? Come on, leave already, because it's getting ready to happen. Okay. Oh, there he is. There he is.
That's what I'm talking about. Kiss it. There you go. See, nice. Nice. Monster. Look at that bad boy. Look at that bad boy. Look at that. Yes, look at that. Nice. Look at that. It's another show. Welcome to the Cane Pole Fishing Show. The Cane Pole Fishing Show is brought to you by Lewis Veterinary Downtown Clinic, Purdy's Coffee, Big Hill and Downtown, and the Paddy Wagon Irish Pub. Enjoy the show. Okay, you see this place? This place here. It's the Cane Pole, the place you should be getting all of your bait and tackle. The latest in fishing technology, lures, reels, rods, line, and of course, bait, crickets, shiners, goldfish, frozen bait, and worms of all kinds. Too much to mention it all. Check out the Cane Pole on Facebook, or come on by and let us show you how to catch more fish, because catching fish is fun. The Cane Pole in Southern Hills Plaza, Richmond, KY.
We are live back.
Your coffee, my sir.
Oh my gosh, you waited until the video went. I knew it. I knew it. Thank you. Right on my desk. Hey, we are here with Matthew and Ricky. I'm going to let them introduce themselves from Pittman Creek. Hey, go ahead. We'll start right there, Matthew.
What's going on, guys? Matthew Mattingly. Work at Pittman Creek as a key account lead. Fish the Bassmaster Open Series. Fish a slew of stuff locally here. 28 years old. And, yeah, get to hang out with Kent and sitting here and bust a gut.
Yeah, we're having a good time.
Rick's in here, you know.
Go ahead, Rick.
Big man, little coat.
That's all right. So my name is Ricky Harris. I currently fish some different trails around, here locally. The Renegade Series with actually one of your pro staffers, Asa.
Yep.
Shout out to Asa. I know he's out there watching. But fishing different trails like that. But I actually fished the collegiate trail for Bethel University. With fish the Bassmaster FLW trail. Got to be a part of a couple national championship teams down there. Went school of the year a couple times.
Ricky's got a wrestling belt, by the way.
Wrestling belt.
Oh, yeah.
Really?
The Pittman Creek Cup.
Freshly
the Pittman
won.
Creek Cup.
Freshly won. I think we actually got
Actually
got a picture of the screen. Yeah, throw it up on the screen.
Yeah, it's like it's on the screen. They can't see us. It's on this screen right here.
There it is.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's right.
That's awesome.
Rick grew up at, what was it, WWE? I don't know the different wrestling.
Fan growing up. Now tell us about your Transylvania basketball shirt. This is actually random shirt. It is. I'll actually give you. I was actually working in the warehouse most of the day today, so I actually changed pants in your parking lot.
Oh, good. Thanks.
On the way in.
Thanks for that. That's live, by the way. You can't reverse that out. So Ricky Harris changed pants in my parking lot today. That's great.
So, I said it's just a shirt I had. It's just a shirt I had.
That's okay.
I live close to Transylvania. I like to play basketball. So.
Yeah, do you?
there you go.
Awesome. That's good.
He won the dunk contest, so they gave him a shirt.
Yeah, is that what it was?
Yeah.
Was that on the mini goal or?
Allegedly.
is that- okay, okay, I didn't know. Okay, allegedly. Matty, tell me a little about Sawyer, bro.
Yeah. So that's my title sponsor for the Bassmaster Opens. I've been with them for 2 years now. They do a slew of things from bug repellents to sunscreen. But the best part about them is they actually give back. And that's kind of why I really like being with them, is because they take a portion of all the proceeds and put it towards third world countries and like fresh water. They give them, they give them sunscreen, the whole 9 yards too. But that is actually a really cool thing. They do water filtration, so any kind of camping, hiking, stuff like that. Actually, John, our sales manager, went elk hunting a year or so ago, and I gave him some permethrin, is what it's called.
Yep.
It's some really strong stuff, by the way.
is.
It lasts forever. But it's really good for ticks. I mean, I'm really big into bow hunting, so early in the year, that's what I put on. But yeah, they're my title sponsor. Also sponsored by Mollix Lures, Arc Rods.
Yeah.
Sunline, I actually bought Sunline before I was sponsored by them, so I mean, that's really cool. We'll get into that. That's why I said Assassin.
That's right.
That's what I've been cranking with lately, actually,
Yeah.
but I'm a FC
Do you
Sniper
know?
guy.
So do you crank with the Crank FC, or do you use just the Assassin?
I played around with a little bit of both. I got a couple of spools with the Crank FC. It's really good stuff, and you can actually throw like chatterbait and stuff with it. It's got a little bit more stretch to it. But I started using the Assassin just because I changed my line so much.
Yep.
And it's it's just a little bit cheaper line. It's still a really good line, but I changed it so much. I got a bulk spool of it, and I just keep going. So every 2 or 3 days during a tournament or something like that, I'll change out the Assassin, and that's kind of what I use. But as far as like flipping, pitching, worms, stuff like that, I'll use the the FC
Hey,
Sniper.
we'll have to get some Sawyer products in the store.
Hey, man,
You'll have to send some sample products
I'll
in
hook
so
you
we
up.
can do it. Okay.
I'll hook you up, man. I got plenty
Right.
of samples.
That'd be great.
I'll hook you
Awesome.
up.
Hey, Rick, you never said, what are you doing? What do you do at Pittman?
I'm actually one of the sales representatives.
Okay.
Kind of the northern part of the United
Protege.
States.
Protege?
If you will.
Yeah.
Matt's been there. How many years you been there?
Oh, not as long as John and Davina. They've been there since the stone tablets were written on.
Hey, easy. My heart lies with Davina, okay?
I joke
so
with them all
don't
the time.
even. Sorry, Davina. I'm sorry.
I joke
okay?
with them all the
I'm
time,
sorry.
but no, I've been there going on 7 years now. So my dad makes a joke all the time. So I went to Lindsey Wilson College over in Columbia. It's a real big place, by the way. It's about like McKenzie, Tennessee.
Yeah.
Bethel. But yeah, huge. The only thing you got there is a Walmart and a Pizza Hut, and about the only thing to do is get kicked out of Walmart.
Yeah.
But
He could have probably won the dunk contest there, huh?
dude,
That's what I'm saying.
yeah. So I'm like 4 foot tall.
With some help.
It's perfect with some help.
I need. But yeah, so my dad tells a story that he sent me to college to make me not such a redneck and educate me a little bit. But my first 2 jobs out of college is my first job was I worked at a moonshine distillery over in Lebanon, Limestone
there you go.
Distillery. Yeah, I actually managed it for a little bit, so make it shine type thing. And then I did that for about 6 months, and then I came to Pittman Creek to sell worms. So making shine and selling worms.
That's good, man.
What's more redneck
You
than
got
that?
straight up right out of
That's
Lindsey
right,
Wilson.
man, that's right.
Perfect.
So what's more redneck than
That's
that?
awesome. That's,
Hey, Mitchell draws pictures. I got these pictures. I don't know
yeah,
what to do with them.
yeah. Well,
tell me
you
what-
sent a bunch of pictures.
I think you actually got a picture of Ricky from back in the college days.
Yeah, I do have that.
Oh,
On-
okay.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Look at him.
Blast from the past.
Look at that, dude.
Oh man.
Ricky's too
Going
humble, but
crazy.
he's actually went to school with some absolute hammers.
You did.
Absolutely, yeah.
You went to, who did you go to school with?
Cody Huff, who just recently won the Toyota Series.
Oh, nice.
I believe it was Table Rock Lake, which is actually the second one he's won this year. So Cody's a really good fisherman. But John Garrett fishes. I know the opens
Yep.
and stuff with you guys.
Yep.
KJ Queen.
Yep.
KJ.
KJ owns Queen Tackle.
Yeah.
Queen
Yeah.
Tackle. Yeah.
Yeah.
They do a really good job with their jigs and their switchblade. I don't know if you got to check that out or not, but it's really neat. You can attach it to any jig,
Okay.
and it's really neat. But
We also have you playing a arcade game. What is this?
Oh yeah. That's from the show, right?
Is this
So little known fact, I don't think Ricky knows I put this on here. By the way, I sent Ken all these pictures. So.
Disclaimer: I have no idea what Matt's saying.
So, Ricky, unbeknownst to me, before we went to a random Dave & Buster's,
Yeah.
after the show one day down in Sevierville, we went to Dave & Buster's and pulled on in there, and Ricky goes straight to the Guitar Hero
Yeah,
game.
absolutely.
The dude
100%.
is like a savant.
Yep.
So I'm sitting over there on medium, and I'm like struggling, tongue out, like the whole 9 yards. I'm hitting about half the notes. Ricky's just over there just killing on expert,
Nice.
just not even trying.
I respect that.
So here's a good question: Guitar Hero or Rock Band? Ooh.
Well, it's tough. I'm gonna have to say Guitar Hero, just because
Yeah.
that's what I started.
The original.
You know,
It's the OG,
I
right?
gotta stay loyal to that. You know.
It's the OG. The OG. I got to use that word, by the way, because that's like a new. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I don't get to
OG.
use the young hip words very often, so I got to say the OG. Anyway, so
Oh, God.
hey, listen. The reason these guys are great. I mean, I fished a bunch of tournaments with them, just being around and everything. And although I have to tell this story because it is pretty funny. Look. Hey, so I don't. If you haven't seen a Sawyer boat, you'll see it. It's not hard. It's a red and
it's-
black
it's-
Sawyer right down the middle of
Sticks
it.
out like a sore
right?
thumb.
Is it, do I have a, yeah, I got a picture of it.
Yeah, you got a picture of it.
Yeah,
Yep,
right
that's
there.
it, right there. That is the boat, right?
You'll never
That-
spot yourself.
I
Never
am
again.
fishing my docks that I love to fish down at Cumberland, which there are not very many that you're allowed to fish. So I'm fishing them and doing really, and we're thinking, hey, we're going to catch some fish here because I caught them. And then, lo and behold, here comes this red Sawyer boat. Wham! Right around the corner, flips right in the other side of the docks and starts fishing. And I knew who it was, of course. So I looked straight at my buddy Gary and I was like, well, I'm going to cuss him out later. All right. No, he didn't do anything wrong, by the way. Let me make that clear.
We
But
left
it was
him
pretty
like
funny.
We left him like 50 docks. Me and Ricky.
50.
So this
There's
is,
not even 50 docks there. Okay?
so me and Ricky were fishing that Skeeter Anglers Outpost
Yep.
tournament 2 days.
So were we.
I think this was
That's
the
what
first.
we were doing.
I think that yeah.
I was fishing. I didn't catch much, but I was fishing.
This was the
okay?
first.
I fished a lot.
So this was the first day, and I see this boat on the outside docks. I say, "Hey Rick," I said, "There's some docks up there against Spanko." I said, "Let's just run in there and fish
Yeah.
them." I said, "We'll
No.
leave those outside
No,
docks
actually,
for him."
what I bet it happened is this. There's a boat fishing the docks. We better hurry up and get to the other side of the docks to fish them before they get there.
Disclaimer: We didn't
Right.
have any fish at that
Okay?
point.
That's good. Exactly. Disclaimer.
But I think that's why we beat him, is because we fished those 6 docks and
Yeah.
didn't catch anything, and then
Fished
left.
the best 6 docks and jetted. But that's cool. I'm kidding, by the way. This is all just fun and games.
Rick's innocent. I was driving the boat.
Yeah, it's all good. I took him out at the ramp.
I told him, I was like, man, you pulled up on Kent, dude. And he was like, I don't care.
Yeah, he doesn't care.
Get that guy.
Man, you just pulled right on the other side of Kent. It doesn't matter.
No, we were actually, like I said, you guys were out on the outside docks. I didn't even know you guys because you had your buffs up and the jerseys and the whole 9 yards.
Yeah.
And we went in there and fished those 6 docks. I'm like,
Well, that's
crap.
what happens when you got a
We
big
didn't-
sponsor boat rolls around there.
We
You know,
didn't
and
catch
says, hey,
it.
we're like fish wherever we want, right? Because we are big time.
I think my boat's high bid, so they run away from it sometimes. But yeah, we fished it. And then on the way out, I looked over at Ricky. I was like, was that Kent?
Yeah,
He's like, I think so.
yep, it was. Yep.
And then come to find out at the ramp, it was Kent.
Yeah. Hey, you guys, thanks for fishing the docks. Appreciate it. We weighed in a killer 3 fish that day, right? Been great. Anyway, hey, we finished, I think, in the top 50. It's good having 179. Hey, it only took 13 pounds to make the top 10.
It didn't take much.
It was bad for 2 days, so it's been tough, right?
It didn't take much.
And would you all finish? Would you have, like...
I don't know. I think we finished like in the upper 20s.
Yeah.
Somewhere in there.
I mean, it's really bad 'cause,
barely.
I mean, 1 5-pounder would have done it, you know?
Yeah, I mean, we
Put you there,
fished
so it
super
makes
hard.
you want to keep fishing because all you need is a 1.
I actually caught one the first day in like the last 5 minutes. So we were coming up to the ramp. And we were in the last flight.
Yep.
And there's all kinds of boats up there fishing the dam. And all of a sudden, one guy just leaves the dam. And I look over at Rick. It's like, we got 5 minutes. Let's roll up. So we rolled up there. And there's actually a YouTube video of this if you go look at my channel. But anyways, they pulled up. It was 45 seconds from the time I put the trolling motor down to it was in the live well. And I let out like a big old scream. That wasn't planned or anything. It just happened. Jim Bowman, he tells me all the time I'm acting, but really that's just me. That's raw.
That was
Right
raw
there, yeah,
screaming.
that's absolutely raw. But seriously, we
Man.
caught one of our keepers, actually one of the biggest ones. And the reason I was talking about that is because I wholeheartedly believe we caught that same fish twice in 2 days. Now I think Ian may have caught that same fish because we were comparing pictures beforehand. And the only reason I say that is because it had a black dot about right there is shade under 3 pounds, something like that. And all 3 times it was a shade under 3 pounds, and it come off the same spot. And we released it at the dam, right there at Halcomb's Landing the first day. And then the second day we pulled up with like 30 minutes to go. set the hook, put it in the boat, and I was like, Rick, I think that's the same fish.
So you know what? Let's ask that question for a second. So being more serious on the fishing side, you know, if that fish 3 times, whatever, twice, we know for sure.
Yeah.
Goes back to the same spot. Do you think that we carry fish all over the lake, back to Conley or back to the dam or back to Burnside or Cumberland Point or wherever we're putting in? Do you think those fish migrate back to where the creek they came from? Do you think they find a new home? Do you think they stay? Do you think? I mean, that one obviously you dropped kind of at the dam. So did it know where it was and went straight back there?
It was literally like 200 yards from where.
My point. So, but do you think as a whole, like if you catch a big smallie off a wall, and you actually obviously catch smallies there, and you take them back to the dam, you let them go, are they going to migrate back to to where they're at? Did they even know? I don't know. I'm asking. That's why I'm asking.
My biology classes. That makes sense.
I think it's like an alien abduction.
What? Are you Ian? What?
I think it's like alien abduction.
Have you lost?
Hear me out. So if you catch a fish at Fishing Creek and you gotta go all the way to the dam, you think that fish is really gonna know where it's at?
Well, I don't know. That's what I'm asking.
That's like somebody getting abducted in America. And you drop them in like Ireland or something.
Well, if you get dropped in Florida, do you know where you're at?
Not for a little bit.
But you figure it out.
Yeah, after a while.
Maybe. I mean, I don't know.
It's palm trees,
you know,
salt water.
They do have signs in some of the creeks.
Yeah, they know what points: 0.1, 0.2, 0.3, 0.4, 0.5.
I hope the fish can read. I can't.
Somebody has dropped the fishing hotspot map.
Yeah, that's it. That's
I
it.
watched it like last week and had no clue it was you.
So
yeah, that's it.
I loved the video and had no clue it was you.
That's it.
Anyway, hey, while we're talking, Randy,
Yes, where you want?
why don't we do our education session with these guys today?
Okay, good.
Oh man, on the spot.
Ian?
So, why don't you two run, grab some like 6 baits, 7 baits. So as they're doing this, right, Randy knows not a lot about fishing, and so he runs off and grabs like 6 baits out of the shop that we don't know anything about. Find some funny names, whatever. So just be prepared for that.
Okay,
as I'm
off the
telling
cuff,
you, right?
man, I like it.
And we're just going to talk a little bit about those baits, a little bit of education session, and so forth. So,
all right,
yeah,
cool.
we'll get into it.
Perfect.
Don't talk so much, man.
I've about figured out what to do with my hands now.
Yeah,
so,
did you?
Yeah.
Okay, good.
Just kind
of like on the table, on the desk, right? It's good.
So at work, we call Ricky the Ginger Ninja.
The Ginger Ninja.
So because he's the redheaded stepchild and he doesn't talk much, so he's a silent killer.
And we put him right front and center on the
front
show.
And center, that's right.
Right. Hey, what's it like fishing with old Asa? Give it to me. I fished with Asa. I fished with Asa. I know, but I'm not going to tell some stories on the camera, and he knows what I'm talking about. But I'm going to tell you. I mean, is it like the boat? Right.
It's no matter where.
He's going to hate me, but that's okay.
No matter where we go, what we do, it's an adventure, no doubt. And it's funny. I've been fishing with Asa since. I was in high school, which he was, he's probably 4 or 5 years older than I am. But, just kind of give you the backstory. I used to fish down at Lake Linville quite a bit, the Tuesday night tournaments and things like that. And I actually started fishing them with me and my mom. We started fishing those there for a long time. And, Ace and I still to this day don't know how we started fishing together, whether it be, somebody couldn't, one of our partners couldn't have, but ever since then, like I said, it was in his wedding, so, we've been great friends ever since.
I think Ricky's his child.
I could be.
He could be.
I think so.
Does he treat you like his child? It's like, hey, I'm just going to drag Ricky along on the tournament. Right? I can't get anybody else. I got to go with Ricky.
I have my own bedroom at their house. So
do you? Okay.
I guess
that's pretty much.
We don't have the paperwork and everything.
So.
That's what I'm saying. Ace is like 8 foot tall, and then Ricky's like my height.
Bad boy, dude. So, but yeah.
It's been a lot of fun. And, we were actually fortunate enough to win Angler of the Year in USA Bassin and the Rennie this year down in Lake Linville. So we're really excited about that. But we fish a lot down there.
They got them all named.
We've been doing it for a long time. Gosh,
that's awesome.
But you know how big that.
What's funny about talking about partners, man? It's hard. You got to realize that. You've got to be able to spend, and I don't think a lot of people know. I mean, I've gone fishing with guys, and they're some of my good friends, but there's no way, I could just be on the boat with them for 9 hours all weekend for 4 days in a row and then, go do it again. Like,
You gotta
just don't
jive.
fish the same, you know?
Yeah, you gotta
And,
jive.
it's like a sync thing. You got to be in sync when you're going down a wall and throwing crankbaits over each other's head and doing this and trusting that the A-rig is coming straight over your head while you're
Talking about hooks and heads and legs.
Yeah.
We got to tell that striper story at some point. I don't know when we're going to tell that, but that's a pretty killer.
Hey, actually, let's we'll do this and then we'll hit the striper story
All right.
because I know what striper story you're talking about.
All right.
So education session.
All right.
So a few things. So just throw them at me. So
Let me show them off first.
so these are bad boy jigs. You all know Mark Southern.
Yep.
Right. Mark was on. I shouldn't even show these because he's sending me rude texts right during the show, and I should go show some other jig company, but I'm gonna show his instead because I'm being nice. But anyway, this is actually our color. I don't know if you've seen this, but this is the cane pole crawl. This is actually our color, specifically sold here with Bad Boy, and we sell a lot of them. And so, anyway, a jig. We talk about all kinds of lures, but I know we pick out a jig that I would say that 100%, no doubt, mimics a
Crawfish. 100%.
crawdad, right? A crawfish.
Crawfish. Actually, I don't know what your crawfish's name here in the tank. He's got one that's literally bigger than that card.
Yeah, he's pretty big.
And I don't know what you call him, but I called him Larry the Lobster.
Yeah,
Off of
he's only got
SpongeBob.
one arm. Right?
What?
He lost his arm. He's only got one.
What?
Yeah, one.
He's
hand.
still,
Accident.
he's still a beast.
Yeah.
You gotta come by and see him.
So, yeah. So jig, definitely put a trailer. Always put a trailer on. I think we've talked about trailers before on the show. Just types of different. Let me ask this question since we're talking about jigs. So, a lot of jigs have the advantaged or that kind of style head. I'd say that where it's not the ring, it's not on the outside of the head. It's kind of inside
It's
the head.
recessed, yeah.
Yep, recessed. So, do you prefer recessed? Do you like the outside? What do you think
Depends.
the advantages are between the both?
Go ahead.
So, in just my personal philosophy, the head shape has, a lot to do with the action of the bait, because you figure, from the point of your line coming to the line tie, depending on where that's at, is going to depend on how that jig runs, so if it's a straight line tie, like for example, a Strike King Hack Attack swing jig, or something like that that's kind of got the hook, hook extruded out there a little bit, it's going to come more straight, whereas something like, a DNL where it has that recessed head, or, something like this bad boy here, it's going to have a little bit different angle. It's coming through the water, so there's just, some differences to look at like that too. With football heads, they come through cover, rocks a lot better than, like a traditional archy style head or something like that. So, head shape has a lot to do with it. But
Especially when you start skipping, right? You want to skip underneath dart,
Big time.
docks, things like that. So that's a big deal.
the trailer's the critical part of skiing.
Well, so
Yeah, definitely.
talk a little bit about trailers. So basically the jig mimics the crawl, and we all know that fish are colorblind. They see blacks and grays, things like that, right? And so
They
the
do?
colors.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, you did.
No, I didn't.
Yeah,
No, I really didn't.
yeah. So blacks, grays, they don't see all these
it's
different
not
crazy
education for
colors.
just Randy.
Yeah, they don't see all these crazy
Yeah,
colors.
it's education for me. I
Yeah,
had no clue.
So blacks and grays, yeah, they're naturally
I
colorblind.
found out on the show.
So anyway, so you could take a jig. So while you're taking this jig, and you're in now different shades of gray, different
Yep.
colors, right? Okay.
I understand
So
that.
color makes a big difference, but still, if you're throwing a trailer, they've got. You can use all kinds of trailers, right? So any trailers you prefer? Do you like using a big salty chunk from Zoom? Do you like the net bait packet crawl? Do you like,
I don't
any
know
thoughts?
about Rick. I'm pretty simple. So basically, I use like 3 different kinds of trailers. I'll use just a regular super chunk, which doesn't have much action. It's pretty big profile, but you can make it smaller by threading it all the way up on there. I will use a chigger crawl, for example, or a packet crawl or something to that effect when the water's warmer. And then I'll use like a flat bodied, like a Z crawl or a rage bug or something like that when I'm skipping. So when Rick was talking about skipping, it's just like skipping a rock. You want the bottom of it to be as flat as possible. And when he was talking about that old school archy head, it looks like a big toe. And on the bottom of it is basically flat. And then that's when you want to use like the rage bug or Z crawl or something
Right.
like that. That it's basically flattening out and making a bigger surface for that thing to skip. But I'll use the super chunk when it's cold, or
Yeah.
whenever the fish are kind of finicky and don't want to I mean, they're really eating it on the drop. You don't really you want a fast drop. You want something that's not going to have a lot of movement. Like if I'm flipping bushes, that's probably what I'm going to be using. Or if it's super cold, that's what I'm going to be using. If it's water's 55 and up, I'll be using like that chigger crawl or packer crawl. And then if I'm skipping docks or bushes or whatever it may be, I'll be using that Z crawl.
Yep.
So, like I said, I don't know about Rick, but
I like to break it down into two different things. You've got the style of trailer and the color of the trailer. And, the color of the trailer is just depending on what the forage is in the lake.
Right.
Whether, eating a lot of crawfish, or something you're going to use a brown, kind of an orange, something like that. So the color process, is pretty simple, as far as selecting that for me. And then, kind of like Matt said, with the trailers, I like something a little more subtle. When it's colder in wintertime, like a super chunk or, even just the salty pro chunk. It's not got a lot of action. It's kind of, it's very subtle. Whereas, in the summertime, I like to use stuff like a rage crawl or a Z-Man twin tail grub. something that's kind of got a lot more kick to it. And that just seems to be what's worked for me in the past. But that's kind of what I like.
Good deal.
And you can use a jig anywhere too. That's the cool thing is you can use it just about anywhere from 50 feet deep to surface almost with a swim jig.
The jig fishing's pretty prolific here in Kentucky, right?
Absolutely.
Yeah. Tennessee. There's other places, but
that's what we grow up doing.
Yeah, that's what you grew up doing.
Jig capital of the world.
Throw it at me.
Oh man!
Whoa! That's good.
That was good.
Snagged.
Hey, listen. Probably my favorite bait to fish. Not necessarily this specific one, right? But I love throwing a pop R. Okay, I just do. I know there's a lot of you got the walking baits, you got spooks, you got all these different baits you can use. But I think one of the most versatile is this one.
You can do just about anything with it.
The reason I picked that one. My dad, that's all we fished with.
Yeah, and this is traditional silver black, just like the Rapala silver black. So I don't know, preferred topwater baits, anything. I'm a Rico guy, just.
I like splash. That's just what I got in my box. Ricos are a little bit more expensive, but I got some splashes stuff. You can actually walk those things. You can pop them. They're really good around a bunch of cover. Like if you want to keep that topwater lure around, whether it's a lay down or just something in the water, you could walk that thing literally 10 times and that a half a foot of space.
Yep.
And that's really good. And a lot of guys down south use them on top of bedding fish too, to aggravate the pee out of them to catch them.
Right.
So, but I don't know what my favorite topwater bait is.
Well, I got through a shower blow last time, and it makes a lot of rack. It's pretty good. But I think there's times where like a one knock or the hard knock or something that makes a really loud noise is what they want.
Certain situations.
And then you got something that's more subtle. Like I like this because I can throw it. It hangs up, sound like a frog, right? But I can throw and I can pull it right next to a log and stop it immediately. And just sit there for a second and then pop it again really quick. And you can do all kinds. Or you can work it really fast.
Now, I'll tell you, I got a question for you two guys. Monofilament or braid?
Oh, that's a great question.
Monofilament or braid for topwaters? Go.
Man, I got both, but I'm going to tell you for that, I would throw a mono.
Okay.
I'm a monofilament guy. I use monofilament probably a lot more than most guys do. Just for some different reasons. But with a pop R, I probably would use monofilament.
But you know what's on my current pop R? Believe it or not, 10-pound fluoro.
What? 10-pound fluoro.
Mm-hmm.
Why fluoro? Why fluoro?
Well, first, I felt like I just like it pulls, it sinks.
It does.
Right? And sometimes I work it fast enough that it stays, but if I drop it, it actually will pull the head down a little bit. Right? And I've been using it, and it's been working for me. Right?
Okay.
So I know it sounds crazy, but I'm also trying to do something different than everybody else. You know what I mean? And so, but most people will tell you braid.
We knew Kent was crazy before he came up
That's
here.
all right. That's okay. That's all right. It's probably why I'm not catching any fish either. So it doesn't matter. Next one. There you go. Go.
Uh-oh. Here we go, man. So we got Storm Jointed Thunder Stick. It's not something that I've used a lot, but I do know guys like to use these over at Cumberland. Not necessarily this
Good
size,
answer.
but a bigger one. But Over at Cumberland, typically late April, early May. At nighttime, guys will take these and throw them right up against some of those deeper bluff walls on the lower end of the lake.
For?
Catch giant striper.
That's right. And that is the size they like.
That's
Believe it or not.
I just picked it because I love the
And
Yeah.
they use these. They use the jointed thunder sticks, the long ace,
I like
the Rapala red. They're the red fins
Yeah.
from
Check those hooks out too. Them hooks are
Cotton
beasts.
Cordell,
Those
and then
really
you got
good
the
Those hooks are beasts. I
Rapala
don't
makes
know
a
if you
bait,
see
a
that
jointed
or
bait
not,
as
but-
well. And so what he's talking about is going out. A lot of times at full moon is a great time to go. They come out and you go to these. Take your bass rods, which is the best way to do it. Go out and you basically wait until the shad come up, and when the shad, you start hearing that noise, right? When the shad come up, then the stripers will come up underneath. You'll actually hear them pop the water, and then you start just casting those baits, man. And I'm gonna tell you what, they hit, and you got to hold on
Bring your nitroglycerin pills.
straight to the middle. They run straight to the middle of the lake. I've never caught a fish that every single time you catch it, it runs straight to the middle of the lake.
No fear.
There's none. Straight to the middle of the lake every time.
Why?
That's just what they do.
That's what they do, man. I mean, you'll fishing, all of a sudden, it'll be like, man, I got a monster smallie, and next thing you know, it's going straight middle of the lake, and it's not coming up, and you already know your answer.
Like, in the middle of the lake?
Yeah.
That it just runs.
There's nothing out there tougher than they are. I mean, they're the boss. So.
Yeah. So anyway, jointed thunder stick, great.
That's right.
What's next?
Throw this under the desk.
There you go.
Y'all seen the new 6 cent speedway?
I have not.
Yeah, that's
Okay,
the first.
so this is the new 6 cent speedway. I'm actually going to take this one out of the box, all right? So people can see it, all right? It's actually a translucent bait. If I can get out of the box without hooking myself, right? But it is a jointed
Oh, pretty.
wake bait. All right? And so this is the new speed wake by 6 cents. We've sold quite a few of them.
Check that out. It's got good hooks on
Yeah,
it.
those are really good hooks.
Definitely, yeah. They're almost like triple grip, big triple grip
Yeah,
hooks, right?
yeah. Most baits don't come with that good-looking stock hook.
So we sold
They're-
quite a few of these.
That reminds me a lot of the old school king shad
Yeah.
or wake shad from Strike King. That it was crazy.
But yeah, this is something. Ace will probably kill me for saying this, but something we use quite a bit down on Lake Linville.
Yeah.
Fishing any around any kind of grass lines or anything like that is where I
Ace is
typically
gonna kill
focus
you.
the most. Yeah.
Secrets out,
okay.
man.
Okay.
Nah, it's all right.
There's 3
Secrets
stretches
out.
of grass on that lake.
Yeah,
If you've
I
ever
mean-
been there once, you've seen all 3.
Yeah, you've seen. Yeah.
So
That's. I agree with you.
it's not too much of a secret.
No.
There's a highway goes around half the lake.
Yeah, that's right.
But that's typically the majority of the time I'm throwing these. It's around some kind of, if it's submerged vegetation and I'm fishing it over top of it, or fishing around the edge of it.
I had some great luck. We actually went down to Harrington and ran up the river and got on some flats with some brush out on the flats that are coming out, and I was able to take actually another big wake, kind of a wake. Basically it's a square bill. It's going down, right?
Yeah.
Almost, but big wake bait, and be able to bring it through a lot of top of the brush on those flats, and we caught some fish that way. So
That's pretty cool.
yeah, man.
That's a good looking.
So it is good looking bait. 6 cents speed wake new.
And talking about the last 2 wake baits, basically, Scott Martin basically won that tournament a couple years back on Cumberland in the spring with a wake bait. I know they showed him throwing a jerk bait a lot, but he was really throwing a wake bait an awful lot on live too. So I mean, you can go back and look at it. I mean, it really was. So
Tells you something, right? Oh,
What
yeah.
a-
Oh, failed.
what?
Have you thrown these?
No, but did he play baseball?
No,
I was about to say.
no.
Not. Yeah.
Yeah, football.
Wasn't quarterback though, right?
No.
No. Didn't catch the ball either, right? Okay.
Mega Bass Dart Sleeper.
Dang, son.
Interesting bait. Different.
Is that weedless?
The hook is in the top fin.
It's just kind of like.
Have you ever fished with
Okay.
one of these?
I have not.
So a lot of guys, I sell quite a few of these, and I'm going to tell you, in the winter, the small ones, right, are
Yeah.
killer.
Okay. Well,
Okay.
it says 3/4 ounce.
So-
You get it on down there too.
You can. And so a lot of guys, when a swim bait's not working, you can almost fish it like a jig,
Okay.
right?
And it's perfect for a lot
so-
of these lakes around here. You
And
get smaller
only
bait
$6.99. Only $6.99.
Yeah,
That's pretty. That's pretty legit right there.
As
Yeah.
Adam said, the secret is in Ricky's pudding.
What?
The secret is in Ricky's
We
pudding.
may get into that at a later date.
Okay. Gotta love him.
I'd be afraid.
Anyway,
This is a pretty big
that
boy.
cigar comes in a lot of different colors. It's Mega Bass. I sell quite a few of them in certain colors. It's definitely a more translucent, definitely clear water bait for sure. But yeah, man, if you never try them, they're pretty cool to fish.
I seen that Kent had several 110 and 110 plus ones sitting out there too.
I do like my Mega Bass jerk baits for sure.
I kind of see them out there. I was like, yeah.
All right, last one. Oh, the favorite. Nice throw.
Uh-oh. I'm going to let Matt start with this because this is kind of his specialty.
My forte.
I love it. You
Forte.
can't.
So when Ian said that he has never caught a fish on a Ned rig, that has got to be a lie because I think everybody that has ever put a pack of these in their boat has caught like 10 million on one pack.
Yeah, he's known as the Ned Rig guy.
Yeah, I was about to say the
so.
first time I ever used these, so just kind of a reference is I live next to the Rolling Fork River, which is a glorified creek. It's got a ton of little baby smallmouth, 8 to 12 inches, 15-inch one's a big one. I went down there with like a little crappie rod and caught 47 or 48 on one TRD before it tore up.
Right.
There's nothing to get snagged on down there. But anyways, got a Z-Man Finesse TRD. I think this one's actually white lightning color. They've got like 30 different colors now. It's a big range. Ricky gave this to me. I'm going to spill the beans on this. Is me and my dad went to Cumberland back in January. Or it was either late December or early January. I have to look back. There's photos on there. But anyways, we started hitting some of those deeper bluffs and stuff like that, and certain little sections. And our best 5 smallies, they were all keepers too, over 18s, not FLW 15 inchers. They were legit 18s. Our best 5 almost weighed 23. They were 22, 12 or something to that effect. Put them all back. But it was just such a cool day. We probably caught 40 fish, and they were just absolutely stacked. But pretty much every one of them come on TRD. And the cool thing is you can fish this thing from 1.5 feet deep all the way to 60 feet deep.
Yeah.
Back in September, I was up on the lower end of the lake, and I was actually by myself out there, and I called Ricky after I got done, but I was seeing fish on like boulders down in 50 to 60 feet, and they were 5-10 feet off the bottom, and they would not react to a drop shot or Demiki rig whatsoever. And I had a Ned rig tied on, and I dropped it down, and I was sitting there, and all of a sudden you could just see the fish on the graph just follow it straight down, and then boom, and just start catching them that way.
It's an interesting bait, right? And I think we talked about this the last show. I'm sure whoever was fishing with them is really mad because I'm sure they were cutting Cincos in half and catching a lot of fish. And then all of a sudden here they come with the half Cinco bait, and the elastic.
But I was about to say, but the cool thing about the elastic though is versus like if you cut a Yamamoto Cinco or something like that, not knocking it, caught millions of fish. But if you cut a Cinco in half, it's going to fall over on the head, no matter what head it is. But just because of the plastic, there's so much salt in it, it's going to fall straight over. But the cool thing about the Z-Man stuff and the Elastic is you can pitch it over the side of the boat without anything on it. It's going to float straight on top of the water. So that exactly happens, and I'm sure you can do a demonstration at some point, one day in your fish tank. But you can put it on a jig head, and it's going to stand straight up on the bottom. And the cool thing is it looks like a little leech, a crawfish. Just a bunch of stuff. This white lightning one looks like a little shad when it's kind of going down through there. So, it imitates a ton of different things, and every little fish out there recognizes it.
So for everybody, let me say this: there's all kinds of baits, right? You've got the beat down by Zoom, you got Strike King Ocho, you've got the Jackal Yami fish, you've got the Yum Dinger Ned, you got the Ned Crawl from Strike King.
There's
all
a
these
TRD crawl
baits.
now too.
There's the TRD crawl. There's the TRD bugs. There's the there's all kinds of baits, right? That are trying to get in this Ned rig game. But there's some people that don't like the Elastic, right? Don't leave this hot on your deck, by the way.
Don't put it with other plastic either, because it will melt.
Back in this bag when you're done with it, or throw it out. Okay, it is needs to go back in his bag. Or
else you'd be like Ricky and pull out a jig with a trailer on the end. It's got like 7 different lures
melted
attached
into your other baits.
Flat-sided TRD.
Yeah. Oh, nice. A flat-sided TRD. That's a new bait. There you go. Right?
I should have said
What do you? There you go. So what has changed though is the hooks.
Yeah.
And so I'm curious about this because you've got, and I'll just name a few, but you've got the traditional OG Z-Man hook, which is got the little keeper on it, mushroom head, 1/15th, 1/20th, 1/10th, so on. But then you got the owner blockhead, which is a great hook. All right. You have a Trocar one, which is, to me, is a little expensive for 2 hooks. I'm just going to be honest. It's $7 for like 2 hooks, but this has a plastic keeper on it. I'd rather much have the metal keeper. You've got the Rhino Ned from Picasso, which is a really good head. But there's other hooks. Cumberland Pro has one.
Outcast, that's a new one to us. Over at Pittman is Outcast. Yeah. That's another one.
So interesting. Just I guess kind of find the head that you like the best and fishes with you, right? But there's
and the cool thing is they got weedless versions. They've got EWG versions now that you can really make them weedless, like Texas Rig.
Yeah.
The TRD on there. I mean,
I'll be honest, I haven't had a lock on the weedless version. I just haven't caught as much, right? I feel like the other one, does better.
Yeah, anytime you've got an exposed hook, your percentage of catching fish, is just naturally.
But not even I just feel like I got better bites with them. I just feel more comfortable with the exposed hook. Maybe I don't know.
Got to fish out with the fairy one, Ian.
Here we go. Okay, that's good.
7.6.
Okay.
Medium.
Anyway.
What?
Asa Adams said, tell them about the 100 Junior +1. Yeah.
Oh, great. Thank you, Asa. That's a good one. So those that like Megabass, and especially the Vision 110, they originally had the Vision 110, then it came out with the +1 that dives 6 to 9, and then the +2, which dives, I think, 9 to 12. But they have just, I guess I can talk about it. So they've just launched, and I have them on order, the new Vision +1 Juniors. So they now have a junior, right? The Vision 110 Junior, but it's in a +1 size. Okay?
That's pretty awesome, especially when they're eating
they
small bait.
They also have a new color coming that has never been launched in any of the series of Vision. That has been launched, but not in the U.S. Right? And we'll
basically a JDM color.
Yeah, correct. Yeah.
Larry Salee said he took you on your first striper.
He did. I have to give credit to Larry, right? So before I even had the store, before anything, Larry, who once again is the OG for the store. I'm going to use OG all friggin' night. OG for the store. It's 3, baby.
He's 3.
He's
Can
OG
we get a
for
clicker?
the store. He got in my boat, and we drove down to Beaver Creek and put in at like 10 o'clock, 11 o'clock at night, and went down there. And I've never caught a striper on a bass rod before, ever. And he took me down there and said, okay, here's what we're going to do. And we start catching. I catch one. And I'm like, dude, this is awesome. He's like, that is a baby. That is like this long, right? And I have to laugh at myself today, right? Because I've caught a few now. But I go back down there, and finally we did catch one that night. That was it was pretty awesome, right? And so, and then we had to drive home, and he slept all the way home while I had to drive. So anyway, thanks, Larry.
You got the fun
got my
part,
first striper. But hey, speaking of striper, it's a good segue. And then I know we're getting close to time.
Close to time. We're overtime.
Oh, yeah, we probably are. So that's okay.
It's 7 o'clock.
They've got.
Is it really?
It's at 8:30.
It doesn't matter.
They've got to hear.
We've
this
gone
story,
an hour and a half, so we're going to say a story real quick. Show's gone longer than we've ever gone. Anyway, but it's great. So we'll make it really quick. So here's what I'm going to say before you all get into it. I'll set the scene. Pittman Creek show. We're hanging out. We're all go down. There's golf. There's fishing. There's all kinds of things going on. A lot of guys, once they get set up, they try to go pre-fish where we're going. We had to switch the lake from Douglas to Cherokee. Then we had to fish the ramp. We had to change the ramp from the dam to wherever all these high school tournaments going out. It's crazy. It was a mess. Anyway, these guys, actually 3 of them, so it was all 3 of you, right? Mm-hmm. It was you 2 and Chris Martin.
Oh, yeah.
A great dude, right? Who couldn't be here tonight. He was coming, but he's got church tonight.
He's a youth pastor.
And he's pastor, so he was at church. So they 3 go out and do a little pre-fishing for the tournament the next day, and
we caught them.
Oh, dude, we slaughtered them. Caught them is a relative term. So our main job that entire day, it was what was this? Friday, Saturday?
Friday.
Friday. So we went down early Thursday, got up on Friday, so we have to go set up the convention center for the trade show, and it's pretty good time-consuming process. I mean, it's a lot of work, stuff like that. Well, we have our Pittman Creek tournament on Saturday, where we take a dealer out, or a dealer goes out with a manufacturer, something to that effect. And so we get like 3 hours to go play around on the lake, where we're off the clock, stuff like that. So me, Ricky, and Chris run over Cherokee. None of us has really ever been on it. And we go out there, we bass fish for like an hour and a half, and it's like 6 o'clock at this point.
And that lake was not producing any bass.
Oh, it was terrible. It was terrible.
Awful.
Those fish are educated. Don't even mention Demiki rig because they'll go to the other side of the lake.
Yeah.
But anyways, so we're sitting there bass fishing, and then Ricky happens to look over to the side, and just the rapture was happening on the other side of the lake with shad and striper. So we throw our rods down. I just take off like crazy to get over there, and I hook up with like a 10-pounder on the first cast. I'm in the back of the boat fighting him, and then Ricky could tell the rest of the story.
So, of course, anytime you have fish coming up and schooling like that, it's just pure mayhem.
It is.
And naturally, 3 of us, it wouldn't matter if the boat was 40 feet long. Something's bound to
baits
happen.
flying everywhere.
Okay, and naturally, we've all 3 got whopper ploppers on. So, I mean, it's very dangerous. We're all 3 on the front deck. Like, I'm trying to get sideways in between past them so I can cast further. So I can go ahead and get hooked up and get out of their way.
Right.
It's just... and these fish did this for like 45 minutes. I've never seen striper come.
Oh, it's amazing.
Long. Typically it's 2 or 3 minutes at the most, and then they kind of go back down. But we're going and going. Like I said, Matt's hooked up with one, and I hang into one, and I get it about halfway back to the boat. Of course, it comes up and throws that plopper, and when it does, it comes and goes straight into Chris.
That's the picture right there.
Yeah, so
we've got a picture.
The picture.
It's the one of the leg. Might be a graphic disclaimer there. Yeah, graphic disclaimer. That's the aftermath.
Yeah.
So,
but show the big picture with all the striper.
Yeah,
we'll show what.
Is that him? You hanging on the side of the boat?
Ricky's hanging off the side of the.
Like holding it?
Yeah, he's hanging off the side of the boat, hanging
That's
one.
Of them, yeah.
Chris is holding one. I think he's wearing maybe a red shirt or something in that.
Yeah.
You can get Chris on there. Yeah, Chris is holding the big one. Then we got a group shot of you're allowed 2 per a person, so we held them for a picture and then put them back.
Oh,
but
shoot, oh my gosh.
But anyways, I run to the back of the boat and I'm fighting this fish. I get mine. I'm like, oh smoke! So I put it in the live well and I run up back to the front, and I notice Chris is over to the side, and Ricky is up there fishing away.
I've taken Chris's rod at this point because my plopper's in his leg.
Oh, in his leg.
I'm shot down.
Chris was a champ.
So instead of helping him, you start picking up his rod and start throwing it.
Chris was a champ.
Oh
He
my
looked
God.
down and said, "Oh crap!" And he handed Ricky's rod and said, "Here, catch another one."
That's awesome.
And I'm in the back fighting the fish, so I don't know any of this goes on.
Yeah.
And then, so Chris is over to the side, Ricky's up front fighting another one, and then I get up there and I start casting, and Chris is like, help me. I was like, well, hold on a second. He said, hold on a second. And I almost made a preacher cuss, which is kind of funny at the time. But he had this plopper hanging out of his leg, so I get my bait in real quick. They're busting everywhere. I'm sitting there shaking, trying to get everything. And so I get in my rod box. I cut some braid off, so we're going to do the line trick. And we sit there, and I tie it on. So, all right, Chris, I'm going to do it on 3. I went 1, 2, and it was on the floor before he ever. But he cried like a baby.
Did he?
Yeah, cried like a baby.
Martin. Next basketball game, I take him to.
So Christina, if you're watching this, his wife, he cried like a baby.
Yeah.
But anyways, he actually tied that same plopper that was in his leg back on and caught a fish on it.
Did he?
He caught a fish on it. But I don't know how many we caught, 40 or 50 in 45 minutes to an hour. I mean, it was absolutely insane.
That's awesome. That's awesome.
And I don't think one of them was smaller than 8 or 9 pounds.
No, it was an absolute blast.
It was striper.
I mean, that's why you fish, right?
Yeah,
you
it was striper and hybrid. There's actually a picture of one of the spooks because I lost my plopper on one. The one that's all chewed up there. There's a spook on there that's all chewed up. It was chrome at one time. Now it's bone.
Yeah.
It's up in a shadow box at home.
That's awesome. Hey, so while they're showing the pictures, right? Because we've never gone over this far, and we're having a blast.
It's a great show.
So it's been a tough year, right? Pittman, everything going on, and just come full circle around where we started. Bim's been great for our shop and our store. Big shout out to Davina, of course, right? Even though, you guys are here, right? And that's good.
Love her.
But we love her, right? But just it's been, it's been a tough year. I know it's been tough for you guys. I mean, you get so many phone calls calling for product. I want product. I want product. I want product. And you just can't have it. You don't have it. I've got people calling me right now. Why can't you get Zoom? Zoom's never not been able to get Zoom. And all of a sudden, they're struggling really bad right now. And Strike Rapala, VMC's been struggling.
They struggled really hard early on.
They're starting to come around.
I mean, a lot of these manufacturers had to shut down too.
They did. I'm not blaming them.
Yeah.
It's where it is, And so I ask everyone to be patient. Product is starting to come. It's happening. You saw it on our pre-show. We've got a ton in here, but it's coming.
It's where I was gonna say. Ricky was down there pretty much all day today, but we've been down there pretty much a little bit every day for the past couple weeks. I mean, we're sales guys, and we stopped it and leave a guy or two up in the sales office, and we go down there to help put up product. I mean, we've got so much stuff coming in right now. It's a good thing,
right?
But it's it's still having trouble getting some things from overseas and such. But I mean, we're getting a ton of product in right now.
And that's the thing, we understand too, that you guys are needing that product. Your guys' customers are needing that product. So we may not be able to get everything, but we try our best to get as much as we can, as quick as we can.
But I think it's everywhere, right? Everybody's got to be patient, especially with what's going on now, the announcements today in our state, and what's going on and things like that. So I just encourage everybody to be careful, everybody to wear their mask, do the right thing.
Get out, social distance, and fish. Come to the cane pole and buy everything with your paycheck.
It's a great outdoor sport, and people fishing all winter. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And so we're going to try to do some things here where you can come and get educated and talk about fishing and learn more and things like that, like learning to fish are colorblind. You got that? See,
I had no clue. I had no clue. Been fishing since I was 3 or 4 years old, and tournament fishing since I was 9. I had no clue.
Yeah. So anyway, hey, everyone, thanks if you're still tuned in. If you are, great. If you've already gone to bed because we've gone to 8:30, I get it. Right? But this has been a really fun show tonight. I want to thank our guests, Matthew and Ricky, for coming on. Of course, my co-host, my forever co-host, my adopted son, Ian. For
calm down there.
Yeah, well, he's basically right. He's basically.
I think
here.
we need to make this happen again. And we need Ian like right here, and
he's sandwiched.
Yeah,
we could. Yeah, Ricky is just like, you're right though, man. He's like, he just comes out and makes it a spot and comes back down. Right?
He's a ginger ninja.
And he is. He's a ninja.
Ginger
right?
ninja.
Ginger ninja. I'm telling you, he's got the makings of a fantastic logo. I mean, have a ninja with the red flow coming out.
I think he should have a boat that says the Ginger Ninja going across it. A nice wrap.
He's got a nitro. We just need to wrap it. So anybody out there, Ricky,
right?
Wrap it up. I'll run it.
We'll wrap it up with Ginger Ninja.
There's a picture of Ricky asleep, so he does sleep.
Hey, so that right there is after that Skeeter tournament. Ricky worked so hard. He actually caught way more fish than I did that day. But I worked him to death. So Ricky was the best caddy ever.
Yeah.
Known to man. I never unhooked a fish in 2 days.
Wow.
I mean, he netted everything like on the first swipe. I didn't have to do. I mean, we didn't catch enough fish to cull, but
I actually have one of those painter suits, and
manually
on the back.
Do you? Okay. Do you? That'd be great. You should do that. Just dress up as old.
But Rick really, he drove all the way down from. I don't know if he drove down from Lexington or Mount Vernon that morning. Yeah, drove down from Lexington, and then we went all the way up to the dam. So I mean, he had a long haul.
Yeah.
But that's him. He works hard. He naps hard. So I mean, that's what Ginger Ninjas do.
Well, guys, I really appreciate you guys. I mean, we've had some great times on the water, some great laughs, and everything else. And there's going to be even more coming up. There's going to be all kinds of tournaments. There's the fish in 2021, and we hope to have you guys back. We're going to have a bunch of people back. Right. So thanks for making the trip up.
Yeah, thanks for having us.
Hanging out. You're very welcome. And I hope everyone has a really safe next few weeks. I know we've got a lot of changes. I know it's going to be hard not being with your families over Thanksgiving, but we're going to try. So just try to make the best of it. And I wish everybody a very happy Thanksgiving, very happy Turkey Day, and have a wonderful week, and good luck at all the fishing tournaments. We will post the schedule. I've got a lot of 2021 tournament schedules already. We'll be posting those on our Facebook page. We'll also be posting the schedules. Remember, once again, if you're still on, the Garrett County High School Invitational has been canceled for this moment until further notice. So please check back in. If things change, we'll let you know. Have a great time. Have a great week. And we'll see you in a couple weeks on the next Cane Pole Fishing Show. Thanks, guys.
Perfect. Thanks.
Thanks for watching the Cane Pole Fishing Show. Visit the Cane Pole in Southern Hills Plaza or on Facebook. Thanks for watching and happy fishing. The Cane Pole Fishing Show is brought to you by Lewis Veterinary Downtown Clinic, Purdy's Coffee, Big Hill and Downtown, and the Paddy Wagon Irish Pub. Okay, you see this place? This place here. It's the Cane Pole, the place you should be getting all of your bait and tackle. The latest in fishing technology, lures, reels, rods, line, and of course, bait, crickets, shiners, goldfish, frozen bait, and worms of all kinds. Too much to mention it all. Check out the Cane Pole on Facebook, or come on by and let us show you how to catch more fish, because catching fish is fun. The Cane Pole in Southern Hills Plaza, Richmond, KY.